back. Hopefully that was the right one. As you can see, people, I'm trying to think, man. Trying to think. StreamYard gives you the opportunity to do it, so why not? You're all right, man. Potentially, he is just as versatile. He probably is just as versatile. I would say Saka's a bit more versatile because I know Reece Nelson can play in these roles. In fact, that could be a good one. You know, who's more versatile? Before I do this, sorry, my guy, you've asked a good one about. You've said Nelson is just as versatile as Saka, and I mean, on the face of it, you could say, yeah, my guy. You know, Saka can play in the 10 role, Saka can play on the right, Saka can play on the left, Saka can play at fullback, and I've seen Nelson play right wing back. You know, in the academy, I've seen him excel at the 10 in the 10 position, as well as playing either side on the flanks and play really well. So on paper, I guess you could say that. I would say Saka is more versatile than Nelson just because of him first and foremost, he's excelled in all of these positions in the first team and he's played it to a greater IQ. And I think the one thing that separates Reece Nelson and Saka, despite the fact Saka is younger than him, is Saka's decision making and his maturity in that. And also his temperament. You can see Reece Nelson's more of a confidence player than Saka, you know. And I think the way Saka reacts to making a mistake or making an error when things don't go his way is more positive than Nelson. Nelson looks like he can beat himself up around it, which, you know, you've got to forgive yourself. I really believe in Nelson. You know, I'm going to keep banging Reece Nelson's praises until he departs this club, if he departs this club. I still think he's got a big future here. But I think Saka is more versatile than him because of his intelligence in these roles he's been doing, people. Purely and short, people, really and truly. Who is more versatile, Reece Nelson or Saka? That's not how you spell versatile. Google, help me. Versatile, I can't spell for anything. Oh, I spell it right. Look at me second guessing myself, folks. It's one of them ones there. Give me a second, people. I'm going to get back to your questions in a hot second. I promise. There we go. Like I said, I'm going to get back to you lot's questions. And here we are, man. We're almost, 45 minutes? I thought I was going to be here for 20. Your early top 4 contenders this season. Top 4 contenders. Ooh, top 4, my guys, a difficult one. It's a difficult one. I think Manchester City and Liverpool are going to be there without a doubt. You know, they're going to be there. I'd say Liverpool and City. I think past that it's debatable. I think Chelsea are there if they hit it right, and it's all firmly on Lampard. I don't think Spurs are perfect, and just by the way they play, and they annihilated Man United. But I'm sure many Spurs fans, looking at their early form, they've got victories, but it hasn't been perfect sailing. You know, the Newcastle draw, apologies, will be masked by obviously VAR, but they weren't perfect in that game. You know, even with Southampton this season, or was it last? They weren't perfect in that game, and then they beat them up. You know, but Spurs, they could do it. You know, it's all on Jose. Same way Romans back Lampard, it's all on Jose now. You know, you've been given arguably 2 backup forwards now. You know, I won't say Bell's a backup, but you know, he can play with Kane. He can also play through that middle. And he's been brought in that, what's his name? Vinicius Jr. No one knows how good he is, but just by adapting, going out and getting roles, you know, that Spurs needed and adapting to such, you know, Levy's done a madness. You know, you saw yesterday he brought in a centre-half from Swansea. He might not be perfect. No one knows his level, but you brought in a centre-half. You've got a striker. Gareth Bale lifts the whole club spirits without a doubt. You know, you've got players in there. So it's all on Jose, same way I'm saying it's all potentially on Lampard. Arsenal, again, if you run a form together, you improve the many things we could put together, then there's that. I think Man United right now, out of everybody, they're probably the most pessimistic in relation to top 4 chances, but you can never rule people out. People said they weren't going to be there last year, and for whatever reasons, you can say luck, you can say whatever, they were there. So you've got to respect them. Seamus Coleman has come off, and my guy Ben Godfrey has come on. I think Ben Godfrey has a late chance for England, people, going to the Euros. He is quite inexperienced in terms of, you know, he's got a season under his belt at Norwich in the top division, and a couple of, you know, he's played at York and stuff like that. He's only 22, man. When he's 26 or so, I think he's going to be an England international. I think he's going to make Everton a lot of money, and I think he's going to play for one of the top 4 clubs one day. I really rate him. But going back to the top 4, you know, if I had to bet my life on it, Man City, Liverpool, I'd say Chelsea as well. I think Chelsea could do it. I'm going to throw Arsenal in there, but I do think, you know, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, it's down to them. There's 3 people fighting for 2 spots